from root to end. Hi there, my name is Sandy Esprit. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how I detangle my hair without any ouchies. My hair is not washed, but it is damp. That's just an FYI. So please take a minute, subscribe to the channel, give it a big thumbs up, and comment down below what you think of this video. Before I get started, first thing I'm going to do is put my hair in parts. If you're watching this, you'll probably have gone through enough detangling sessions where you're just like tired of the yanking and stuff. We're not doing any of that today. It's gonna be a very slow-paced, detailed version of how I detangle my hair. It's all about patience and just taking your time with hair. I'm going to tuck, just do like a little roll over, and I really want to hide my ends because my ends tend to be the first that dries really quickly. So I have one massive side here, and I'm going to do two sides right here. While the hair is damp, I find that is the best way to do it. We're gonna start with the side of the hair first, simply because it's easier to see and have a visual. So first thing I'm going to do is apply the product all over the big pieces. I'm using the Curlsmith Curl Conditioning Oil and Cream. I really like this product, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it all over. This is what I'm gonna take. If I need more, I'm gonna take more. And very gently, starting with the ends there, I'm gonna work my way up all over and gently detangle with my hands there. This is kind of like a pre-detangling step. So just gently pulling away any knots that I may feel. I don't want to do it too harshly because that can cause breakage. I find that when I keep my hair in braids, or when I keep my hair braided or twisted after I've detangled, it keeps my hair detangled. It doesn't matter the way that it would if I leave my hair out in puffs or, during a wash and go. So that's just a tip. I'm gonna take really small pieces. You really wanna start with the small pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and smooth it out with my fingers, feel it out, see if it needs any more product, and I'm detangling with my fingers. And again, pulling away any knots that I may feel with my fingers. With my detangling brush from Tangle Teaser, I'm gonna start at the end here. And once I find that it is detangled, I'm gonna work my way up. And then there we have it, a seamless detangling. And that section is now detangled. Shrinkage is shrinking as it should. Now you can see here, I don't know if you can, this section here is definitely caught up in some knots. So I'm going in with my hands to safely and gently detangle or pull away the hair. And the goal is not to hear any snaps. If it can be prevented, we're gonna prevent it. Starting at the base, and as soon as I feel any kind of retention or any kind of pushback with my hair, that's my cue to stop. Stop, try again. See, I'm getting some kind of stoppage here. It's not letting me go through unless I apply excessive force. We want to stop and try again. Now, I did forget to smooth it out. I feel also that this section here is going to need a little bit more of this product here, the oil and cream. I'm gonna take a little bit, just a tiny bit here, and I'm going to rub it in my hands and apply. Because sometimes you just need extra conditioning. You need lots of patience for detangling, especially if you're doing a major detangle after a hair takedown. You wanna take your time. If you've been asking the Lord for more patience, well, detangle your hair. And again, going through with my fingers, that's going to make the detangling a lot easier than just going in straight with the brush. So now that I've smoothed it out, got most of the knots out, I really don't want there to be any form of resistance. Sometimes taking the path of least resistance requires us the most patience. All right, and every time I feel like it's safe, I'm moving up. Now I can bring those together, it's way easier to detangle that side right there. Okay, so this feels a little dry. Once again, I'm gonna take a little bit of that conditioning curl cream, add as little or as much as you want. Ooh, you don't want the old stuff. And make sure you smooth it with your hands. Leave-in conditioners that are creamy, for me, I just find that it's a lot easier to detangle my hair with. I do have some lovely liquid, you know, textured leave-ins as well that work beautifully. It all depends on the style that you want to do. Here I'm just focused on detangling my hair. You definitely want a product that is going to enhance, accentuate, and really show off your curls. I love this conditioning cream. At the end of it all, it makes me just fall in love with my curls all over again. Make sure to take care of your ends. You know, sometimes we focus on the root here, but the ends also need a lot of love. And like I said, shrinkage is okay. It's a sign of health because your curls feel safe enough to wrap themselves around each other. Do this if you want. Don't shoot the messenger. To have like a seamless hairstylist experience the week before or a few days before, whichever one works best for you. I find that when I do this, it helps me have like a more enjoyable experience. The week before, I like to keep my hair in braids. I like to do my detangling at home. Once I get to the hairstylist, you know, it's easier to do a wash because the product isn't fighting the knots. It ensures that the product gets through the rest of the hair, and it just cuts down on my time spent. Take it or leave it as you want. See how the curls are just coming together? It's such a beautiful sight. And I just keep adding the curl smith as needed in areas like this side here. I just felt, you know, you're looking a little dry, a little out of place. Oh, we got ourselves a little knot here, so let's work that out. This one's taking a little longer than anticipated. But eventually we get all the knots out. Just like that. Now, I've noticed that this side here, it's getting dry. We're going to wet it a bit. Just added some water straight out of the faucet. Don't be afraid to add water to your hair. Sometimes a little bit of water makes the detangling a little easier, or a lot easier, depending. I do not recommend detangling on dry hair unless you're like doing a hair coloring session. Detangling on dry hair is not. Now this portion of my hair here tends to get really frizzy really fast. I'm not sure what that's about, to be honest. I have different curl textures, different curl patterns. Most of them look the same. They are all very, very tight. So this here, yeah, it's probably not gonna work out. So I'm gonna start at my ends again. And I'm gonna do the same thing. And the only reason I'm doing this massive detangling is because I'm going to put it in a braid. If I was doing like a wash and go, I'd leave it alone. But, so I'm applying the same technique all over my hair. And then just, there you go. And it's not painful. Like I said, I am going to just do a massive braid. So I'm gonna go ahead and detangle off camera and then I will be back. Hair is now detangled and I've done these 4 massive braids to just keep my hair together, to keep my ends smoothed out and tucked in because I don't want it to interfere with anything else. And as per usual, I'm probably gonna put it in a satin scarf or a bun. This is all the hair that came out, which is a lot less than what usually comes out, okay? Most of that is shedding. Here's another tip. If you wanna keep your hair detangled to make your next wash day or your next hair setting or hairstyling session easier, you definitely wanna keep your hair in braids, keep it in twists. If you detangle consistently, you're going to realize that it gets easier and easier to detangle your hair just because practice makes perfect. The right conditioning tools make detangling also a lot easier. Use your hands, your fingers, make sure that your nails are not jagged or that there are no cuts, that there are no splits in your nails, as it can break your hair and make your hair more damaged. So sometimes we do that damage to ourselves. Be gentle and be patient. As soon as you hit that resistance with your detangling brush or with your hands, go back, pull it apart slightly. Sometimes you might need a bit more water or a bit more conditioning just to really get those knots out. And if all else fails, get yourself a trim, get yourself a haircut to get rid of these tough, fairy knots. Of course, it's always best to do it professionally. Whether or not you choose to detangle your hair in shower or post shower, remember these detangling tips. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, click like, give it a big thumbs up, and comment down below if you have any tips you'd like to share. What are your favorite detangling tools or products that you use that give you the most slip? And I will see you guys in the next video. Ciao for now.